Welcome back on this beautiful Monday morning in Trinidad and Tobago. So with us now is Shelly-Ann Aqui-Solomon, an award-winning entrepreneur, digital strategist and transformational business coach who is redefining what global entrepreneurship looks like for Caribbean women. Yeah, Mrs. Aqui-Solomon, good morning and thank you very much for joining us this morning. We do appreciate it.
Good morning and good morning to all of the viewers. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, so let's talk redefining entrepreneurship for Caribbean women. Mrs. Aqui-Solomon, what's the objective here?
I have a personal mission I'm on, and the thing that I want to accomplish in the Caribbean and the diaspora is that we elevate the mindset of our Caribbean women, also helping them to understand and believe that they are competent and capable to not only build successful businesses, but to break past borders. I also would like to see them financially free for real, not for just appearances, but be financially free. I also would like to see women accomplish their financial goals so that they are not bogged down by paying basic bills or just the basic parts of living, but they can explore their purpose and create impact not only locally, but regionally and internationally. This is a personal one, to see more moms financially free so that they can be home and they can be around their kids more often.
Yeah. It sounds to be a heavy task, you know, Mrs. Aqui-Solomon, but how do you intend to do that?
Well, how I'm doing it is with my Life by Design, the feminine method, where I teach my clients to build their business around the desired life that they want. So for me, when I started my business, my motivation was to be home with my daughter, but still be financially independent. So that's where I started. And I did that for 25 years. My children are adults now, but I would like to pass that privilege, that honor on to other women. I know how to do it. I've done it successfully, and I've taught other women to do it. I've had clients in 29 countries across 14 markets, and we are having a wonderful time accomplishing those things. So I want to spread that to a wider community. I want to hand that over to more women because I think that we should pass on what we know. We know how to do something, pass it on to the next generation, or even my generation, if they're interested in that. So it's really exciting. I sit and I look at what do you want your life to look like, and then I design the business around that.
Yeah. You say you want to hand it over. You have a lot of people women in Trinidad and Tobago like this morning, you know, Mrs. Aqui-Solomon. So how do they tap into that experience and that knowledge that you have?
We will get on a call, similar to what we're doing here, and I will discuss with them, you know, where they are, what are their resources, where they want to be, and I will create a strategy and an execution plan that is specific to their lives. I customize all my coaching and strategy sessions to the individual. Nothing is cookie cutter. And then I help them roll it out. I'm not only a business strategist, I'm also a certified professional coach and behavioral specialist. So I understand human behavior, so I have to pay attention to what's going on with them as a person. If I don't get through to them as a person, it's going to be difficult to get through to them as an entrepreneur because it's the person that pushes the business. So that's how I work with them. They can get on a Zoom call, they can get on a phone call, they can come and meet me in person for a VIP day, and we will sit and have an in-depth, thorough conversation, and I will put together a plan for them.
So is it that all businesses that you are capable of putting, as you say, a plan together for them?
Yes, I have clients across 14 markets, and that's expanding. So that's why I said I have a customized approach. So it is dependent on the type of business, whether it's a service-based business, is a brick and mortar business, is an online business. I will sit with you, and based on that business and the market demands and requirements for that business, I will craft a plan for you. So it has to be specific to your business.
Yeah, but I suspect that while you do not want a cookie-cutter approach to businesses, and I know you can't do that, but I suspect there has to be or have to be certain components that are necessary for every business that you are going to be focusing on. So is it marketing? Is it finance? Is it et cetera, et cetera, et cetera?
Yes, so the business fundamentals that they are standard. You have to have your branding, you have to have your marketing, you must know your USP, you have to get all of your avatars, your brand messaging, we have to get all of the basic fundamentals. You have to register your business, you have to make sure you have your bank account, you have to get all of those basic pieces together. So that's called the business fundamentals. So it all moves in a sequential manner, very streamlined. But before we do any of that, we have to know, what do you want to do and what do you want to accomplish? Based on that, I will craft a branding, marketing, and revenue generation machine for you so that you can have the success that you want. And I'll also do some mindset work with you.
Yeah. But you know how we are in Trinidad and Tobago, Mrs. Aqui-Solomon. We like things to happen very, very quickly, you know. So when when you speak about you putting that machinery in place for the individual, how long is that going to take?
We have to sit and have a meeting. So that's going to take about a day. Then I have to go and create the plan for you. I give myself normally 2 weeks because I don't have one client, I have many clients. And then we will sit again. I will have a discussion with you to see, well, how fast are you capable to execute these things? But honestly, I have seen clients, it's really based on their human resources, their financial resources, and their belief in self. I have had clients who went from $2,000 to $20,000 in 1 month. They just tweaked the system that I gave them and executed it. So it really is about the person, right? But I've also seen people who just started. We have to work on their mindset. We have to work on behaviors. We have to work on habits to get them to execute. But once we get people executing, I've had people move from unemployed to 7 figures in 12 months. I've had people take 24 months. But I've also had people move from $200 a week to $4,000 a week. So as I said, the execution of the system and the process and the strategy is really dependent on the mindset and the behavior of the person.
Yeah, I think it is safe to say, Mrs. Aqui-Solomon, that you will and is providing a roadmap for persons. And is it also that even, let's say, after a period of time and the business gets underway and so on, that people can still have conversations with you and guidance?
Yes, business has 7 phases. So we have to move through each phase, 1 phase at a time, because every phase has steps from beginning to end. So once you have the business set up and everything is running smoothly, we move on to scaling, or what I like to call legacy building. And there's a different strategy, mindset, and person that's required to accomplish that. So the person who started the business will not be the same individual mindset behavior that is going to scale the business, because scaling is another phase.
Yeah. And during our conversation, you would have alluded to mindset a few times. And I think that's very important because, you know, sometimes there's a saying, well, here's what, when we speak about business, it is not for the meek and the faint-hearted, because business can be sometimes very, very difficult and there are many challenges. And I note, again, you're speaking about this mindset because it's sometimes very easy to give up.
Yes, mindset is I would have to say that's the first thing that I would work on, because we have to understand that there is a human side to entrepreneurship. And if we can't get that person to be a savvy entrepreneur, we're going to have problems with them executing. Also, we have to remember that a lot of people are not trained or groomed to be entrepreneurs. We are trained and groomed to take on a job. So I first have to break that mentality. The other thing is, a lot of people who get into business, they are not fully confident in their ability to be entrepreneurs. So I have to help them to see the possibility. The roadmap is very helpful for that. I think when people see that there is a step-by-step guide and you have someone who not only tell you what to do, but have done it and have many examples, it boosts the belief and the confidence in the client. And I think that's why I get such quick results from my clients, because I think when they come in, the first thing we have to break is the belief barrier. Can I do this? And I love to tell them, you are Caribbean and you are capable. Don't count yourself out. You merge your Caribbean culture with global best practices and go out there, and that's your competitive edge. You are now unique, you are special. special, you know. So don't think that because were not trained to be an entrepreneur, you don't have another entrepreneur in the family to follow, or because you're Caribbean. That's the number one question I get. Do you think I can do this? Do you think as a Caribbean person I could? Yes, you can. I'm in 29 countries and I am right here on the island of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah. Mrs. Aqui-Solomon, I noticed just now you were very surgical when you said that people are going to get quick results. Mrs. Aqui-Solomon, anything else you'd like to place on the table this morning for us that we didn't touch on?
Well, people get the results based on their mindset and their willingness to put in the work. As I said, the speed at which they go is based on them and their work ethic. I have the roadmap. I will guide you. I will mentor you. I'm not just a strategist. I'm also a coach and I'm also a mentor. I've been doing business for 25 years. I had no one to help me. So I have really, really learned the hard way. Mm-hmm. My job is to help you to avoid all of those pitfalls and those challenges as much as I can, so you can have accelerated growth. But it all comes down to your mindset, your behavior, and your execution. But I want people to know it's possible and you are more capable than you believe.
Yeah, Mrs. Aqui-Solomon, we do have your address up, your Facebook address. It was a pleasure speaking with you this morning. Thank you very much. Bye for now.
Thank you.
All right, coming back, everybody.
To get up.